Mbokazi, a name to remember from this World Cup, because every World Cup there's at least one unknown player that not many people have heard of that catches the eye, and you think clubs around Europe, top clubs around Europe, you need to take a look at this guy. And that's what I'm saying with this Mbokazi guy, or as the South Africans call him, TLB. He's only 20 years old. He doesn't look like it, and I was shocked to see that he's 20 years old and he plays for Chicago Fire in the MLS. I think he needs to go to a top team in Europe, because look at the performances of this guy throughout the World Cup. First of all, he's not that tall for a centre back. He's only around 6 foot tall, but he's so strong. Look at the size of his leg, absolute tree trunks. You can't move him out of the way. Solid defensively. But the thing that's impressed me the most about this guy is the ball playing ability. South Africa played out from the back for pretty much the whole tournament very well. That is thanks to how good this guy was on the ball, playing out from the back with his left foot. He reminds me of Lisandro Martinez from Man United, because he's also a short centre back who is also really good on the ball. Like, I mean, look at this guy. He's pinging balls left, right, and centre. If someone presses him, he's really good at playing out of trouble, dribbling out of trouble as well. And he's got a mean left foot as well from distance. He can shoot. I mean, this guy is kind of the full package. He's also good in the air. Surely he shouldn't be available for too much of a price. Top clubs around Europe, take a look at this guy. I am impressed.
South Africa may have lost today, but they have found a hero and a future in Mbokazi. What a star in the making. This defender is a beast. Listen, they lost today, but he was at the heart of everything. Defending, last minute tackles, last minute blocks. He was everywhere for South Africa. If anyone didn't deserve to lose, it was Mbokazi. This guy is playing right now in America. I tell you what, he won't be playing there anytime soon, because he will be playing in the top leagues very soon. Good on the ball, strong. I couldn't believe, I had to fact check his age. He's 20 years old. And the experience that I'm looking at him right now, you would be thinking he's been playing for years. This is a guy who's still relatively young for a centre back, but already he's showing assurances and he's showing that he's capable of playing at this level. So South Africa, commiserations, but you have found a star in this kid called Mbokazi, a young guy who's got the world ahead of him. He's got the future ahead of him. Stay humble, stay grounded. South Africa, you've got a gem. Mbokazi, I'll be watching your career very closely.
South Africa, can we all agree that this man right here is a national hero and the whole world needs to know his humble backstory, because it is insane. Bafana might have lost last night, but the whole world is speaking about Mbokazi and how he put in one of the best performances on defense in the World Cup. Now fans from all over the world want their clubs to sign him.
Bring Mbokazi home to the Premier League!
But what's even crazier than the fact that this performance came from the youngest player in the team at just 20 years old is how he got here in the first place. So Mbokazi grew up in a tiny rural village in KwaZulu-Natal and never had the same opportunities or resources as other players. In fact, he was only discovered playing in small tournaments in townships rather than going through the traditional academy route. And when he was signed for Orlando Pirates as just a teenager, he could barely understand a word of any other language apart from Zulu. In fact, the team coach had to accommodate him by only speaking Zulu during the team talks. Despite this limitation though, he went on to become the youngest captain in the history of the club. He then went on to sign for the American team Chicago Fire, where he got more All-Star votes than Messi, one of the greatest players of all time. Do you know how insane that is? And now, after how well he played in this World Cup, it won't be a surprise if he gets signed for one of the biggest clubs in the world.
Let us leave all the South Africa banter aside for a moment. Let us leave all the jokes. Let us talk football very seriously right now. The best thing to come out of this South Africa World Cup campaign is this guy right here, Mbokazi. What a centre back. The leadership, the composure, the on-the-ball quality, his passing too. When I saw all these things, I was wondering that, okay, I was probably thinking that this is one of South Africa's most experienced and most advanced players. That is in age. This boy is 20. He is 20. I did some further research. I found out that he's playing for Chicago Fires in the MLS. Guy, pack your bags. You are leaving the MLS. The biggest achievement of South Africa at this World Cup will be for this boy to get a big move. South Africa, I know that you are pained tonight. I know that, yes, we have bantered, we have laughed at you, and you wanted to probably go to the next round. But I'm telling you, this World Cup will not be dead if Mbokazi can get a move to a top team playing in Europe's top 5 leagues, because he has the quality. He needs to ride off this World Cup hype. Mbokazi, start telling your family goodbye. Tell your mama goodbye. Tell your father goodbye. Tell your family in the US goodbye. Get ready to come to Europe. Get ready to play in the big leagues, because this quality is too much. South Africa, we're obviously lacking attacking quality. That is their main problem. Their wingers, their forwards, they couldn't score goals. They scored only 1 goal throughout the whole tournament. Or was it 2 goals? Yes, 1 was a penalty and 1 open play goal. But their defense today was very good. Their goalkeeper, Ronwen Williams, is arguably the best goalkeeper in Africa. Then their defensive line was very good. But Mbokazi still found a way to stand out. What impressed me the most is his passing. The way he passed the football today was absolutely impressive. And I see this boy playing in the big leagues. When I saw this guy playing like a man, like when I was watching him play, I was like feeling like this is one of South Africa's main men. This is like a 35 or 30-year-old experienced centre back that has seen it and been there and done it. This guy is just 20. This guy is just 20. And if you go through the sample size of the 4 World Cup games South Africa played, I think in every game he was comprehensively their best player most times. Best man in defense, definitely. So Mbokazi, you need to get ready to move to the top leagues. This Chicago Fire and this MLS you are playing is too small for you. You have the talent. I can banter South Africa all I want, but when I see the truth, I'll say the truth. And Mbokazi is the truth. Mbokazi is the truth. And he's just 20. He's a proper centre-back prospect. And honestly, I want some top teams to take a chance. If you're looking for a centre-back, take a chance on this boy. It looks like he's going to be at the top.
Who the hell is this guy? Because Barcelona need to sign Deco. We need a centre-back, and I hope you were watching this performance from Mbokazi today, because he just put in the best centre-back display this World Cup so far. Apparently, he is 20 years of age. It doesn't look believable, but who are we to say? Besides the point, let's just look at Mbokazi's performance today against Canada. He was absolutely incredible. 78 out of 86 accurate passes, 100% successful dribbles, 11 passes into the final third, 7 long balls, 3 tackles, 5 clearances, 3 recoveries, 6 out of 8 ground duels won. He's also the defender that managed to keep South Africa in the game with a goal line clearance. This is not even an exaggeration. If we can sign him for around 10-15 million euros, I'm pretty sure he's left-footed as well. He could come in and easily be a squad depth player for us, and eventually, hell, even be a starter with his potential. What an incredible performance from him. Unfortunately, he is knocked out, but he does not deserve.
Mbokazi, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your cousins, your aunties, your uncles, I'm out. Because you're getting a move to a big club. I can almost guarantee that. Listen, I know Canada won, but I want to talk about this man. I want to talk about the performance that he dropped. That was one of the best centre-back performances of this tournament. The amount of last-ditch tackles, the amount of last-ditch recoveries, the speed, brother, there is nothing that he can't do from a defensive end. Positioning, tick. Awareness, tick. The speed that he's got, the recovery pace that he's got, even on the ball, I'm seeing him make passes Sergio Ramos-esque. The thing is, some people might say, you know what, he's a little bit too small. It doesn't mean anything. You don't need to be 6'4", 6'5", 6'6". Look at Cannavaro. Look at Carlos Puyol. The Donny has got everything in his locker. There isn't a bad thing he's got from a defensive end. And going forward, he's a great ball player as well. He's left-footed as well, which helps massively. Bro, I would be shocked if I don't see any team go after him.
Liverpool? Richard Hughes? Mbokazi? The shining light for South Africa at this World Cup? Come on, man, and this will get your attention, Mr. Hughes. He's 20. He's only 20 years old, for goodness sake. At least think about it, okay?
Oh my God, South Africa might have lost today, but Mbokazi, what a performance that was. Blocks, slide challenges, passes, clearances off the line, headers, passing out the back. I swear, South Africa might have lost, but he didn't deserve that. And he's only 20 years of age. Man United should be all over this deal. Mbokazi,
a massive talent. That is what Mbokazi is for South Africa. He had a great game against South Korea in the early hours of the morning. And as a centre-half, there is so much to like about him. He only moved to Chicago Fire in January, but I've got a feeling that a lot of European clubs are going to be looking at this man as a future centre-half for their team. One thing I like about Mbokazi is that he really wants to get stuck in, put a challenge in, put his body on the line for his national team, and he's shown that in the 3 games so far. He's in the top 5% for defensive contributions out of all centre-backs in the World Cup so far, and he's done ever so well. I'm very excited to see how far South Africa can go in this tournament. They've got Canada in the last 32, which on paper definitely isn't a bad fixture for South Africa. And if they are to get through, I'm certain that Mbokazi will play a big part in it. Let me know your thoughts on his performances so far.
Asimagani ngalula. First nje sithintana naye. Wathi hayi woza ndoda. Namhlanje usuku lakhe. Nami sengiyacabanga ukuthi hayi ke namhlanje shuthi ngiphuma nawo red card. Lento ayishoyo ngeke ngize ngivumelane naye. Ngoba nami ngiyayifuna lento ayifuna nami ngiyayifuna lento. Ngoba nami ngaze ngatshela uref ngathi ngithi yabo ukudlala kanjani mina naye. Into impi yamadoda ke.
They are flying in the air and then he comes out and is having a problem in his head. We're thinking he's got concussion. We don't know if he's gonna be okay or not.
Actually, ngathi ewaphezulu kwami ibona ngathi ngiyaphuma. Abona ukuthi sekhululekile. Khona kwangavuma ukuthi ngibuye. Ngoba lapha kubuyanga kwaba right akudlale kahle. Kodwa ngoba ngathi wangibiza hayi uzobona singiyambalekela mathi ngiyaphuma nami sengibela uyithemba ukuthi hayi ngolo ngokuzayo hayi namhlanje.